What's going on, everyone? This is Sheets. Welcome back. I was away for a week, enjoying a very, very nice trip to Paris, which included a pretty legendary experience at the French Open men's finals. Me and Mrs. Sheets enjoyed one of the best matches I think I've ever seen, and certainly the first time I've been to something like that. So we're back now and gonna get right into posting for right out of the gate here. Actually, just landed, several hours ago, and I was able to get some slates posted up for the U.S. Open, both on DraftKings and FanDuel. In addition to that, put up some showdown slates. In addition to that, we're going to be putting up some tennis slates as well. So I figure I haven't been around for a while, so we'll do a couple of things. We'll do a live look at when I build the tennis lineups, and I'll show you guys who we have in that. And in addition to that, we will just reveal the exposures in the PGA. I already built those already. I'm going to unlock this video right at about 6 in the morning, which is right at, you know, right about when tennis starts. Actually, I'll do right at 6:10, and it'll give you who I have in the PGA as well. But let's first, I guess, let's build the tennis first. It's what's it, a 14 game slate, 14 match slate. Now I'm playing a full 35, full degenning in the line painter, and we're also going to be playing one in the breakpoint. And typically, what I like to do with tennis is I do like to replace the Saber Sim projections and, well, so always the projections, but Uh, I also want to replace the ownerships with mine. I've had a lot better luck with that. Um, when I create my fields based on my ownerships as opposed to SaberSims. So what you do here is you hit automatically create custom fields from ownerships, and then I'll call them sheets. I don't need to build 5,000 lineups though, right? There's only what, 1,300 in the field. So let's build 5,000 and allow duplicates. No, let's just build 1,350. Let's just make sure that that's the amount that's going to be in this contest. Let's see here. Um, 1176. Okay, so that's close enough. That's close enough. And that's what we're going to do. And so what we're going to use is this kind of custom field as the representative field to sim our lineups against. Also, I would like to tout a DFS PhD who's been posting in tennis on State Kings. I mean, quite honestly, I think he's probably better than me at tennis. I mean, he certainly knows more about the actual players, things like that. But um, nonetheless, I'm still going to continue posting. But if you did have a choice, I mean, I don't know his actual results, but he definitely knows a lot more about it than I do. Nonetheless, we'll see how we do today. So this is what the field is going to look like, right? So this is what I am projecting the field to look like. 44% going to be taking Rybakina, and then 36% Zverev. Those are going to be the two highest owned as far as I can tell. And so when I build my own lineups, I'm going to, sim it against this exposure. So let's set that up first, actually. So within contests, what we're going to do is change the breakpoint to, excuse me, the lottery here from flagship MME over to Sheets field lineups. And we are going to also change, and I don't know, this is kind of asking for trouble, but I think I'm going to change the breakpoint to my own as well. Now, there's a problem with that in that my ownerships are really designed for to represent the lottery, but I still think it's going to be better than the Saber Sim contest fields for this tournament. So we have this all set up, and let's go into build three and build these and see what we ended up with here. So, oh, what happened to the 1300? Oh, no, no. Okay. So we built that as a field, but let's actually build our lineups. So how many lineups do we want to build? We could build as many as we want. I don't really care. We can build 5,000 lineups. That's fine. And we'll see what we get. And we'll just, again, we'll run the, first we'll run the contest sims. And then in an attempt to maybe get a little more unique, maybe I will do some min unique stuff where I diversify somewhat. So let's just see. In direct fill, we're going to take a look at this median ROI and this min ROI as we then discuss, as we then opt to go for more min uniques than min uniques one, so min uniques two. Then then we do see a little bit of a drop in the overall portfolio. The min uniques three. So let's leave it at this at min uniques three, I think. I think that's fair. So do min uniques three um for the lottery, and obviously it doesn't matter for the breakpoint. So let's save these to the contest using autofill. And then we will download this entry, and then we will take a look and see what we have. And I usually don't look, um, but just to show you guys, I know there's some of you don't really have access to the DraftKings lobbies, so it's going to be difficult for you to see. Um, so let's just see what we have here. Entries tennis. Let's upload them, and then we'll see what our exposures look like. So you'll at least know who to root for. So view exposures. It looks as though our biggest guy is Herkaz. You have 67% of him raised based on drafted percentage. We also do have him in the breakpoint as well. And let's take a look and see what the breakpoint looks like. The other, but here are the other guys. Opelka, 58%, 42%, Ogier, 39%, Nagashima. So let's go to again, just the breakpoint and see what this is. Is this the breakpoint here? This is the line painter. We should be able to see this from here. Yeah, under contests, this should be the line painter. Or not line painter, the breakpoint. This should be Herkaz, Opelka, Pericard, Mertens, Andrescu, Nagashima. But just to make sure, let's take a look. Breakpoint. Yeah, Nagashima, Mertens, Andrescu, Opelka, and you see what we're rooting for here. Pretty balanced build, actually. So we shall see. All right, so now let's reveal who we have in the golf. I guess the least interesting to the most interesting. Let's look at FanDuel first. FanDuel, we are playing the Monster. We have like a full four entries of that, I think. And then we have playing 150 in the lottery. And we'll take a look at the exposures here. All right, so first in we're also playing the 1650 in the clubhouse as well. So we'll take a look at that one. First, let's look at the Mega Eagle. Let's see what our exposure is there. Okay. So Scotty Scheffler we have 50% of, then Bryson DeChambeau, then Rahm, followed by Rory, and you see the percentages here. Actually, let's rank them by exposures so we can take a look at it. Novak would be the interesting, high owned or higher owned for us of kind of a mid-range guy. So these are the guys you're going to be rooting for. With respect to the monster, we'll take a look at that one. We do have Bryson in all five of them and Rahm. So these are the two big ones. We do not have any Scheffler in any of the monsters. So that is somewhat interesting. And then in the clubhouse, the 1650, in that one, we have again Bryson, no Scheffler, and you see what we have. So we are taking a pretty big stand against Scheffler in big buy-ins, but not so much in the lottery. Okay, that's on FanDuel. Now on DraftKings, let's first start with the showdown, I guess. So in the showdown, we're playing one in the signature hole and 50 in the lottery over there. And we'll take a look. First, in the lottery, we are getting 60% Russell Henley, and then 58% Connors, 50% Shane Lowry. You see it right up over here if you want to write these down, who to root for. And then in the signature hole in the big buy-in over here, this is what the lineup is going to look like. Pretty balanced. It doesn't have any of the top guys. It's got Morikawa, Fleetwood, Thomas, Hatton, Spawn, and Ryan Gerard. Okay, so now in the classic slate, let's pull that up, which should be here. This is literally the first time I'm looking to see who I have. And I'm not going to change it just based on this revelation here. But just first of all, what we're doing here, we are playing 150 in the Millie Maker. We're also playing one lineup in the 44-44, and we'll reveal that last. And then some various, the snowman and the single entry and stuff like that. So let's first take a look at the overall. Well, you know what? Let's not do it that way. Let's first look at the lottery. Okay. So in the lottery, we do have 45% Scheffler. It's very similar to FanDuel, right? 45% Scheffler, and then the next two are DeChambeau and Rahm. And we don't really get to anybody really cheap. I guess it's pretty easy to get to these guys. And that's in the lottery, actually. Let's just look at, let's sort by exposure here. I mean, the first guy under 8K is 14% Shane Lowry. So yeah, so this is the exposure in the lottery. Let's take a look, I guess, at the snowman first. It's a big buy, and the mega snowman, this is what it's going to look like. Again, no Scotty. So it's a very similar theme here, is that in big buy-ins, we're fading Scotty, but in the lottery, we're playing him, which is somewhat interesting. But again, DeChambeau is going to be the main dude pretty much everywhere this week. In big buy-ins. And this is what this lineup would look like. And then let's take a look at, I don't need to specify who we have in these single entries, but in the big 44-44, we may as well take a look and see what we have there. And this is what it's going to look like. And this one is especially cool because this one doesn't have any of them. This one has no Scotty. It has no Bryson. And that's going to be, I think, very. I think that if I had to guess, I would say at least 50% of the lineups will have at least one of those two, maybe more. So this is a pretty low owned 44, probably more low owned than you might think I would want to play, but that's just kind of what it's come to. Let's just confirm that that is what in fact we have. I think that's what we had. Yeah. So yeah. So that's who we have tomorrow and all the stuff in the tennis and various golf tournaments, things like that. And we'll be, hopefully getting off to a good start. And that is going to do it. Good luck, everybody.